If you're a commercial real estate agent or you've got a team of commercial real estate agents who don't know how to prospect, if you think it's all about sending out spammy emails or DMing people on social media or just grinding through a list of numbers on the phone, I want to change that. I want to help you get more intentional, to have a smarter way to fill your pipeline through multiple channels. That's what we're talking about today. This is episode 232 of Commercial Real Estate Leadership. My name's Darren Krakowiak. I help commercial real estate principals to lead their people better, to grow their businesses faster, and to have less stress in their lives. Really appreciate you joining us for another episode of the show. And I want to talk to you specifically if you have some less experienced agents on your team and they are waiting for referrals to come in to help them to build their production and to gain more experience. Look, if that is their strategy, and it might be because they might see more experienced people in the office or in the market doing that, you and them are leaving money on the table, because you can't just sit around relying on referrals and repeat business when you don't have any momentum behind you. And there are plenty of perfect future clients who are just waiting to hear from your team or from you if you would just find an effective way to contact them. So I want to help commercial real estate agents to work harder, because I think you do have to work hard in the early stages of your career to sort of get that momentum behind you, but also to work smarter so that you can build up enough momentum and get to the point where you don't have to prospect anymore if you don't want to, because you have such a steady flow of inbound opportunity coming your way. And unless you're a master at social media and you've really cracked the algorithm and you know how to go viral a lot and to generate inquiry, I think the only other way that you can really start to get a steady flow of inbound leads is time in market. And you won't have time in market on your side. You won't stay in market for the prerequisite period of time to get that momentum unless you actually find a way to get more leads into your pipeline. So what I'm going to do in today's episode is give you a bit of a preview of a workshop that I'm going to be hosting. It's called the Multi-Channel Prospecting Playbook. It's happening live on the 12th of August. And I'm going to walk you through why I created this workshop. And I'll give you a couple of the insights that are going to shift how you approach lead generation moving forward. Now, you might have noticed that we've hosted a few workshops this year. In April and in May, we hosted cresuccess branded workshops. And in June, I did a workshop with a partner. Didn't do one in July because I was in Bali. It's August now. There's no excuse. And I think it's time for us to continue with this strategy of inviting people from our network, whether it's listeners to the podcast or connections on LinkedIn, to try and sample a little bit of what we have to offer at cresuccess, with a focus again on the tools that we provide for commercial real estate agents. And I guess I decided on this topic because I feel like a lot of commercial real estate agents hate prospecting. And there is this myth out there that someone repeated back to me recently, that successful and experienced people in commercial real estate tell junior people that you don't need to know how to prospect. It's fine. I never prospected. Absolute BS if you ask me. Anyone who says that they never prospected doesn't know the meaning of the word prospecting, because clearly they have qualified a lead and advanced them to the next step. But also the idea that you can just start in commercial real estate and have leads come to you without actually having to go out there and hunt for some of the work, I think sets an unrealistic expectation of what it takes to be successful in the industry. So instead of telling people a myth or not giving people the tools of how to prospect and just having them reach out randomly, trying to guess what works, sort of chopping and changing between different channels and seeing inconsistent results, I want to introduce this concept of multi-channel prospecting. What I'm going to do in the workshop, the Multi-Channel Prospecting Playbook, is give you 7 best practices per channel. We're going to focus on the 3 main channels that every commercial real estate agent should know how to generate leads from. That is the phone, email, and social media. And I want to combine these best practices into a repeatable rhythm, and it's going to help commercial real estate agents, whether they're people on your team or if it's you maybe, just get a bit more clarity and confidence on generating leads through a system rather than just through luck or by waiting for the phone to ring. So I'm going to show you things like what to say during a cold call, how to structure a prospecting email so that it gets replies, and how to use social media without being spammy, awkward, or salesy. In this workshop, we're going to cover the 3 prospecting myths that keep many agents stuck, and we'll show you how to break them. I'll give you the 7 best phone practices to start more real conversations without sounding like a robot. I'll share the cold email blueprint and show you exactly how to write emails that get a higher percentage of responses. We'll show you what's working right now on social media and how to show up without being that annoying spammy person that people block. We'll give you word-for-word scripts and openers that you can use on each of these different channels, email, social media, and phone, because they are each a little bit different. I'll go through the prospecting tech stack, tools that you can use to automate and scale smartly. We'll talk about a cadence builder, which is when to call, when to email, when to DM, and how to create a predictable, repeatable rhythm that you can use to get people engaged in a conversation. We'll talk about the important mindset shift that agents use to be confident with their outreach. We'll talk about mistakes that can kill your momentum with your messaging and how to fix them. There's also a bit of a checklist that we'll provide for different channels, what to say and when. We'll talk about how to create consistency in less than 15 minutes a day. Plus, I'll give you the referral independence plan, okay? So if you don't have enough referrals coming in, if you haven't been in the market long enough, or if you just don't like not having control of your pipeline and relying on others to send you referrals, we'll show you exactly how to build a pipeline that is predictable, that you are in 100% control of. Now, there is a fee to attend this workshop. It's $50. $50. Okay, yeah, $50, but don't worry, it's stacked with value. And if you don't already think there's enough value in what I just told you in terms of what we're going to deliver, I want to tell you about the bonuses. You'll get the multi-channel prospecting summary guide with the 7 best practices per channel that you can reference at any time. We'll give you the live messaging examples pack with real world scripts and messages from the workshop. We'll also give you the workshop recording, lifetime access to this workshop, but also to the workshop that we did on the prospecting skills drill, which is the deep dive into those 3 core principles of prospecting. We want prospecting to be consistent, persistent, and proactive. So you'll get access to that workshop as well as this workshop, plus a private one-on-one implementation call with me where you can ask any questions and I'll make sure you've got exactly what you need to take action. So if you do want more listings and less waiting for the phone to ring, this is the system that I'm teaching inside the multi-channel prospecting playbook. It's happening on Tuesday, the 12th of August at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And if you go to cresuccess.co/multi, you'll see exactly when we're hosting this workshop in your time zone. It's just $50 Australian to attend. If you're in the US, that means it's about $33. And like I said, it comes with that private one-on-one call to help you implement lifetime access and just about everything that you need to take action very fast. So I want you to attend and I want your team to attend, and let anyone else who needs to know about how to prospect using those 3 core channels, social media, email, and phone, to attend as well by going to cresuccess.co/multi, or just check the show notes. We will also put that link. Now, spots are limited and I want you to be there live. I'd love to meet you, so I hope that you can make it. That is our episode for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will speak to you soon.